Heyo! Welcome to 1.7 linear models and scatter plots. What we're going to do here in 1.7 is we're going to construct some scatter plots, interpret their correlation. We're also going to use scatter plots and a graphing utility to find linear models for the data. So, we'd like to move on here and get a little introduction. A lot of times you're going to find some relationships between two variables, and these are going to be your real life situations. So if we use something such as like the year and the number of employees in your cellular telecommunications industry. Well, if you think about the past few years, cell phones are getting more and more prevalent, and more of you and your little sisters or brothers probably have cell phones. So you need to make sure that you have enough people working for your AT&T, Verizon, so on, T-Mobile. So whenever they collect their data, they write them as ordered pairs, and then you graph them in what we call a scatter plot. So for example 1, what we're going to do is we're given some information about the telecommunications industry, and we are given some points from 2002 to 2007. So what we're going to do is we're going to plot these points on a scatter plot. I know, a little redundant, but some of you may still need a little extra help. So if we start at, say this is 2000, then we're going to call this 2001. This will be 2002. So let's see, 2002, 2003, and then we have 2004. So I'm going to skip here, but you should label your axes with something so we can see what you are graphing. If you do not label your axes, oh, hey, mine's half. So this actually tells us, this is your x axis, this is your y axis. So we would say years down here on the bottom. So you should label your axes. So this is year, or year I should say, not years. So then you got these little dots in here. And then vertically, these are your number of employees. Well, the smallest number you have is 192. So what we're going to do is we're going to put a little squiggly line in here, and we're going to start at 190. And then you can go 200, 210. You don't have to label every single axis. You just need to make sure they are equivalent. 220, 230. And I really don't like using these 23s and 21s because that's really bugging me. I don't like odd numbers. 260, 270, and that should be the highest we need to go. So in order to plot these points, what we're going to do is we're just going to estimate. Okay, we're going to go to the right 2, and we're going to go up 192. So to the right, over 2002 up 192. Well, this is 200, so 192 is going to be somewhere around in here. We need to do a over 2003 up 206. Here's 2003. 206 would be somewhere around in here. And then 2004 up 226. So that's going to be somewhere. Here's 220, 226 right here. 2005 is up 233. So we will put a dot here. And over 2006 up 254. Oh, we got a big jump here. That's going to be right about here. And finally, over 2007 up 267. There you go. Now you kind of can tell these dots are going in a positive direction, going up. You could draw a line through these dots, or at least it goes through close to these dots, but do not just connect your dots, okay? You do not connect your dots. This is not Pee-wee's Playhouse.
Hey, Pee-wee, guess what? It's time to play with me.
Oh boy, yippee! Click the dots, la 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 la. Click the dots, la 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 la.
Ah! It's the planet of the giant ants! I better get out of there! I'm zooming right back to the playhouse. Meet me there.
Now that should have been quite the experience for you. If you have never seen Pee-wee's Playhouse, I recommend you YouTube it because man, is it hilarious. Anyway, ask your parents. Don't ask him about anything else, just Pee-wee's Playhouse. So anyway, there's your scatter plot, and I hope you enjoyed remembering how to graph a scatter plot.